When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
I thought the broken doorknob would have been the answer.
Damn it! When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
They could have used the goodnight button on him.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has as long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Moving object is probably the goodnight button is probably the answer.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Alright, let's redo it.
When the elevator is on the first, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside. No, that's wrong.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Oh.
Pest.
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh, the face is back. It's probably that wire. And the broken doorknob.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
They're not letting her finish.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious. How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
It's the doorknob, yeah.
Silence, pest.
Don't be so cold.
Yeah,
What
it's
if
a doorknob.
I start to enjoy it?
Wait, he got happy from her insulting
If
him?
you arrange it a certain way,
Alright,
you can
Kazuichi,
cause
if
the
it
drop
floats your
within the
boat.
elevator.
So the thing is,
So
this
you're
could have been
telling us all
explained naturally. It's just people are not letting her talk, so I have to try and back her up
That
because no one's
arrangement
letting
is-
her talk.
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I got blocked by the...
Crap!
Unless you're supposed to
You arrange it a
absorb the
certain way.
doorknob.
You can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yep,
I agree with that.
the doorknob and the wire. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to combine. Okay, that's how it goes.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair. That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Hammer is deaf special in
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Great Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Game. No. Game. No.
You better not finish that sentence!
Mm-hmm. Good job, Monami. Hi, Muwa. That might not have been the moment to walk in, Muwa, but welcome on in.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Can you be... I'm not gonna answer that.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. What? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
He does have a point.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Must be the broken doorknob. Yep, broken doorknob.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I don't have any more cuts left.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Unless the alarm clock woke him up.
Damn it! Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Yeah, you suspended for the doorknob that
Possible he fell on
broke.
his own.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself.
It's not that he wasn't.
Damn it!
Oh, I know what it is. I
Even
think
if
it's
they
his alarm.
suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Allow me to cut through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then,
In order to make it fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which
Hey, Curry.
caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
I shall use my full power. Oh. Yep. But. Not yet. Here it comes. The extra variable strength of 1 million horsepower. Ooh. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. And that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to
I
find.
see.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh, I think something awoke in him, and I'm not happy it awoke.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
Yep.
So thanks to that alarm,
We're just gonna ignore that
Nekomaru
guy
ended
now.
up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
They'll take it, shot. C tier, normal type. You can throw a fastball. A lot of people get shiny Miltanks here. You know, if you want, you know, it's a good shot to get one. I will Pokeball this. Hey, Bucky. That's a cow, not a pig. That's actually a very good point. Ooh.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
But doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell into the floor, the only thing that I could think of happened to it was collided with the pillar.
I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the
Cow would
pillar
probably
shattered,
turn that
and
guy
why
anyways.
oil was
True.
spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Kind of. Alonzo, T, Jojo, Krabby, Pocky, and High Voltage. GG's on the catch. Did I catch?
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it
No
was just
shinies
a
on the catch?
coincidence.
What?
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Jojo?
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m.?
That's what I want to know.
There should be a clue. Alright, what's this one? Make your argument? Okay. The radio clock versus the wall clock is the answer. They said radio clock was accurate. I think they messed with the wall clock just to make us our perception of time wrong.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
No, they messed with the radio. No, we have to do the radio clock. We need to crush that, then we'll move on.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nek was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm.
His time of death and the one of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's wrong.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
Gundam backed off fast! I'm honestly starting to feel like Sonia actually... I know she's supposed to be innocent and be playing that, you know, the princess persona. But I feel like she could be like either a traitor or the murderer. Like, she's the one we would least expect out of all of them, I think, right? The fact that everyone's kind of being charmed, like that they're supposed to be the perfect human being. There's not really a perfect human being. That's usually an illusion they'll dispel.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Are we gonna do a logic dive again? Can it be my least likely just because she was so close to Mechmar? Yeah, in this case, yeah. Fruity, you're too sus. I can't see any reason why Akane would have killed Nekomaru. That one I can confidently say. The time in the building. Yeah. Oh, that's tricky to pull off. You have to jump from one panel to the... Oh my gosh, they make you do it again. My hands are sweating. No way my Akane is the killer. Akane got killed. Wait, Muad, are you familiar with this game series, or... You just want to defend Akane? Because I respect both, I'm just curious. Akane got killed? No, that's not what we said. Oh! I looked away and I fell off the edge because I was trying to check chat. I should not do that. Both houses, yeah. Akane got... That's little... Yeah, that's what I said, Lapras. Akane got killed. I was muted. No! No, I just saw her and I'm in love. Fair enough, move on, fair enough.
It's all coming together.
I understand though, Lapras. Look, How My Girl killed one of the best mangas I've read. Not the best animes I've watched, but I love the manga.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the
A
wrong
little twisted,
time.
but it was good.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building
See, just
by
like
changing all the
Grimness.
clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Thank you for the folly, Danirus. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna go reach the truth in one go. Oh, that's a fun eyebrows emote.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
Wait, no, that's not it.
Crap!
I got too anxious. I should have heard it all out.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Wait, let's check what Fuihiko's account again is as well. Before I do it. Yeah, 5 a.m. Yeah, Fuihiko's account. That's probably important. Yeah, Fuihiko's account is the important part.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that if only I heard the sound when you fell? It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
Didn't Akane hear the scream as well?
Only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough. We would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
It's either Fuihiko's account or
then we
Akane's
can only
account.
rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
That's not it.
Crap!
I can promise you ever need help, I'll give you the answer. The meat on the bone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the answer.
Nekomaru's radio clock.
Thanks, Danny.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is,
Let me know if you prefer me call you Russ instead. Sometimes I know people prefer the first
Are there
or
any
the
clues
second
that
half.
can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Danny's
It
good?
would have
Okay.
been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
Only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough.
Damn it!
If the time in the building was all messed up,
I appreciate
then
you
we
asked
can
about. It's
only
very
rely on
thoughtful.
Nekomaru's radio clock.
No problem.
The time of
I've
death.
met both kinds, so I always
It's
prefer to
clearly
check.
7:30 a.m.
the problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when you fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Maybe we're supposed to use Akane's
then
account?
we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Nope, it's not it.
Crap!
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time it's in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Oh, wait, maybe it's Akane. Oh, that's it. That's
I
it.
agree with that.
Akane heard the sound of like something rumbling. She thought it was an earthquake at a certain
That's
time.
right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
There's no way. There's no way Sonya's the killer. Female Goku, aka Akane. I just thought it was a massive earthquake, so I ignored it and completely went back to sleep as if it was nothing.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pains.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to
Star
figure
you in
out
chat.
how the time
Oh,
is.
this one's a fun one. C tier water type. Quite a nice shiny as well. L's theme plays in the background. Doo 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 doo.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
When you're used to earthquakes, if the whole room isn't shaking, you're like, meh, apparently. I mean, Japan does have a few earthquakes, too. Hey, Pocky.
Excellent work, Akane.
Evo stab coverage Pokemon. It is a fun one to catch. We're off by 2 hours, yeah.
I see.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Oh, because if he thought it was 7, he would have gone for Monokuma Taichi. But if everyone else didn't know... Oh, I get it now. Voltage, Lapras, Gamester, Kip. Oh, Dr. Krabby, Illuminative, Fake Beast, GG's on the catch. There. Oh, the brain is braining. The brain is braining. Oh, forgot to throw. Oh, that's awkward.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means. I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Taichi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Lurking, muted, for him, hoping to get some more sleep. No worries. I need to fix that
But if they
command.
mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time. That wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But they're not like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
A lot of people are sibling.
Remember,
Sleeping, not sibling.
the sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
They're gonna say Nagito, but I'm pretty sure it's not Nagito. Wait, is Nagito actually the killer? That can't be right. That's not right.
You're the only one!
He can't be the suspect.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank,
Kamikaze dive?
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even
Sonya's
heard that
looking way more
rumbling
sus.
sound.
I know, right? You couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
It might be because you're in the luxury room?
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm.
Is it
in
because those
Strawberry
rooms
House,
are so well built they can't hear it?
But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them.
Yeah, it's the
same
luxury
goes for me,
rooms
too.
that they couldn't hear.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but...
Oh, ads. 1 sec. Hold on for a minute. Well, less than a minute, but... Handbrake's done. Cool. One second. Alright.
It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
It's the luxury room. Wait, that wasn't it? Was it L? Or is it the deluxe? Oh, it's deluxe. My bad. I need a U. There it is. Now I need an X. Perfect. Ooh. Now I need an E. Oh, it was an R. I needed an R. Bro. We got it. Oh. I thought it was luxury. Forgot it was deluxe.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe room, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. Standard room has so-so insulation, but pretty decent. Core room with severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent? Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Wait, is it Sonia? No, it's not? Okay. Wait, I don't get it. There's no way Akane murdered him. I don't get it. I don't get it. The deluxe room should be the clue. Why is the deluxe room the clue? Did Nekomaru kill Nekomaru? No. Because it's soundproof. I don't get it. Because it's soundproof, so... We guessed
This is
3
mine.
different.
We will never give up.
Because it's soundproof, they didn't hear it. I don't remember who had a luxury room or not. Those 3 of them had luxury rooms. So who does that leave? Kazuichi? Gundam and... what? I don't get it. Is it Kazuichi? The deluxe people didn't hear the rumbling, so it's a contradiction. Who else had a luxury room? I don't remember who had luxury rooms, that's the problem. LGM in chat, Psyche type C tier.
You're the only one.
I did literally pick everyone else first.
There's something I want to ask you.
What?
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there.
I forgot who was in the rooms! I didn't memorize the rooming arrangements.
What's wrong with that?
What were you discussing before the luxury room?
The bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night. It is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Oh.
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you
Hey,
saw
Osbro.
Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Instead of Gundam, I'm always picturing a gun. I was too, I will be honest, Osbro.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone and checked the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Mr. Raucus is louder than the supreme ruler of the Netherworld, rebelling for sacrifice.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
Oh, he's sweating.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Doesn't he usually do like a final like panic mode before you accuse him? That's what usually every killer does. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you how much I hate doing this right now. But I'm pretty sure even if I keep going on at this point, I'm not gonna finish the case by tonight. So I think I have to save here. Yeah, I think I have to. Like, there is no way around it for me. I'm already over time because I have like an upper limit to go to this time. Unfortunately, I think that's what we have to call it. So, plan I'm considering, I might, because I'm doing a long stream Saturday, or at least I'm planning to. Well, always is going to be a Saturday long stream, but maybe in the afternoon I could switch to Danganronpa if there's enough interest. But people might be busy because of Thanksgiving as well, so they might not. So maybe that's a horrible time to stream it. Although most of my audience is Canadian, but still. Well, either that or I stream it next Tuesday, Thursday. So the next time we'll catch up on this. You read this kanji as Snake Eye Dream, but as you read it, it's just it said as Gundam. That's how you write it because Japanese like that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that just doesn't get translated properly to Chinese, to Japanese to English. So much gets lost. I won't be on late afternoon plus night on Saturday, unfortunately. Okay. So if we're operating on that thing, maybe it is best to hang on Tuesday, Thursday. Let's see. Who should we rate out to? It's just our names are in Japanese. That's true. Let's see, we have a few raid targets who could go. A lot of my regulars aren't on right now. Kanji doesn't always correlate with pronunciation. Yup. Okay. Wait, someone's streaming for 24 hours? I could drop you over at a 24-hour stream. Or I could drop you here. This guy's on a 10-hour streak though, so I'm not as confident he's going to be as on. So what the Kanye says is just a bonus. Gundam doesn't really mean anything. I see. Yeah, I'll take you to the 24-hour stream. I have rated them somewhat recently, but you know, if you guys want to, I think that's probably one of the best places to hang, take you out to hang. Yup, I understand. Let's get a raid started over here. He's currently doing some Ember Veil. So yeah, that's where we'll call it. I'll be back on Saturday. I'm trying to debate what I want to do on Saturday stream then. I'm gonna do some community games if anyone's up for it. I gotta plan it out a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Probably be a combination of Honkai Star Rail and something. We'll figure out. Maybe if you guys have any other ideas for Saturday stream, because I don't have anything planned unless I do a last minute tournament, but I think at that point that's silly. But even then, that's not going to take me a whole day to do. Alright. Let's get the raid going. I will see you all the next time you decide to stop through. Once again, I really appreciate it. We are doing our stream. Oh, thanks for that, Cassie. You actually beat me to the other one as well. I just got you for the second one. Thank you, thank you. Alright, I have some post-stream stuff I need to do. I have some IRL stuff that's actually kind of stressful right now, but I'll tell you guys more once I've resolved it. I'll tell you afterwards. Ugh. I think I forgot my thing. Your thing? Your wish? Well, you'll get a little bit of time as we're on the ending stream. It is only a 20-second cooldown for the daily wish. So I'll take you over to Paul. He'll be going for another 18 hours solid if you want to catch your Pokemons and whatnot still. Oh. You'll figure it out in a minute.